What's up, everybody? SendouQ here. This is me editing in the future. I just realized I said 2080 Ti so many times. This is meant to be saying 3080 Ti. So if I say 2080 Ti, I mean 3080 Ti. Do apologize and hope you can forgive me for that bad mess up. Thank you very much. Well, hello human beings, how you doing today? SendouQ here, and thank you for visiting my channel. Today we're going to do a commentary, a review, and criticism on Quantum TV review on the 2080 Ti. If you don't know what 2080 Ti is, it's a graphics card that goes into a PC. Pretty expensive and pretty powerful. I got a 6900 XT in my computer, and that's a powerful card as well. What we're doing is we're just going to critique, review, criticize, and also critique, I said critique his video. He is a massive flagger, and he like to flag a lot of people for using his video, but he wanted to talk about like the 4 stages of fair use and stuff like that. So with that, I'm making this intro as well. So I do want to say thank you for everybody to visiting my channel. If you want, I have a sponsorship which is called Swift Lifestyle. If you want to have a hydration drink for gaming, I am sponsored by Swift Lifestyle. If you go to their website and type in 15% off, I mean not type in, but you get 15% off if you use my code SendouQ. I will have the link in the description, and you could go ahead and do it. And I'm looking at the time right now, and it looked like I did a intro longer than his whole entire video. So everything behind this is fair use. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so we're at the video. So here we go. And I'm literally just doing the thing off my computer and everything. Let's go ahead and get into this video. This is called the Major NVIDIA RTX 3080 Ti FPS Issue. Any advice? Well, Quantum TV, this is advice that can help you out. So let's get into the video. And Quantum TV is known as an AV YouTuber. Grain of salt. But let's go ahead and continue.
So can anyone tell me why the performance is so bad on Mortal Kombat 11 on an RTX 3080 Ti?
Well, number one, you're recording from your cell phone, and this is legit criticism. You're recording from your cell phone instead of using recording software that your graphics card that give you from NVIDIA, or even with AMD give you recording software with the AMD card, and those 2 cards are first party. Even I think Intel is coming out with a graphics card as well, and they're going to have their first party recording software on there. Or you could do something like what a lot of people do. They either get Streamlab or OBS. As you can see, I got OBS open right here. As you can see, I'm recording, and it records everything on my main screen. So you can show your whole entire video with this. I got my green screen right here. I got my setup where it's like this, and guess what? I just record everything from this. See, here's the thing, Quantum TV. You got yourself a computer, but you only use it for gaming, where a lot of people think is a computer and a gaming computer is 2 different things. They're not. They're devices where you could create content like I'm doing right now. My PC is pretty strong, and I love it right now. If you want to see a picture of it, here you go. That's my PC. It's a RX 6900 XT. My CPU is a Ryzen 7 5800X. 32 gigs of storage. Got some SAG brackets on, and yeah, it does look pretty. Choice. It's a beast of a system, and I still could play stuff at great quality. But the thing is, you're not using your devices as strong as powerful as with the example right here. Let me move this out the way. I sit here days and hours. Sorry, move my camera. I sit here spending time to research all my stuff that I need to do to create YouTube content, to create stuff. I sit here, I'm using recording software to record all my stuff. That is still legal. I'm using editing software. That is still legal. You're using this off your cell phone. As you can see from the top, you can see the monitor. And this is where everybody could criticize how you make your content. That's the criticism I want to tell you. Number one, start making content off your PC and get a real camera, because that will make your content a lot better. I hate giving you advice, but that's the advice. Two, did you uninstall your old drivers? Did you install the new drivers? Do you have auto drivers update? Did you delete any malware? Did you wipe your computer? Did you do all that? Do you even turn off your computer and turn it back on? There's so many stuff that you could have done. You could have had a virus. You could do this. Stuff happened in the PC universe. Even with like antivirus software and stuff, you still want to try to be more careful. So that stuff right there, you need to know that you might have to do a complete wipe. Put all your save from your computer to a separate hard drive, like your games or whatever, and uninstall everything, reinstall it. Windows is free to install, and you can get yourself a key off of cdkey.com or any other key website to have your stuff. I feel like you didn't do the simple research like YouTube, Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, Firefox, or any other search website to look at this stuff. Those are pretty much criticism I'm giving you. I feel like you haven't went that far, and you didn't try everything. But let's continue. Oh, sorry.
This is pretty much the only game that I experienced this with, but it's pretty bad, as you can see. Like, it lags so heavily, and it's terrible.
Okay, so if this is the only game that you're experiencing this thing in, then it's probably your settings. Yes, you got yourself a powerful graphics card, but still, even with the best graphics card that you have, some games probably take a lot of stuff. But like, again, you probably have a virus, malware, all this stuff. You're not looking at the major things. Like, I had a 5500 XT that had 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And when I upgraded to a 6900 XT, I just deleted everything and reinstalled everything. That's probably the best way you could do.
And just so you see there, it is an RTX 3080 Ti. So.
And this is where I say people should be skeptical, because he's recording everything from his cell phone and you only can hear it from the right side of the ear. He's not using the tools that is in his disposal.
Now,
Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to let people know what's in your system, I'm going to help you out. You don't have to take your camera and go like, yeah, I got a Phantom Gaming 6900 XT. Sorry about that. I'm not going to open up my case. Yeah, I got a Phantom Gaming TV. Phantom Gaming thing, and it looked nice. You know, there go my evidence. You don't have to do that. That's okay, but let me show you what I do. Okay, so I'm in my Liam Lee Connect 3 website. I don't run the Liam Lee fans. I do have them, but I switch over to the Razer fans, and I like the Razer fans a little bit better, circular and stuff like that. Where the Liam Lee fan is more of, yeah, it's on the outside, but I like the Razer ones a little bit better. They let you download this because you can fix your lighting on your streaming plus, which I have. Quick sync, as you can see here, go a PC. This is not mine, but you can see the cable right there, and I got the cable. I have these fans, but I don't use them, and this is in the Liam Lee case. I'm not gonna apply them. As you can see, boom, you got settings, but there's a thing called System Info where you can look at my specs. As you can see, I got a Ryzen 7 5800X, 69 AMD Ryzen RX 6900 XT, X570 Tashi Razer Edition, Team Group RAM. I got like 3 things of storage in my monitor. AMD is a manufacturer, and I got a Vermeer code. Or, if you don't have this, there's a thing called Task Manager. And if you go to performance, I'm going to make it bigger. As you can see, sorry, I got to make this a little bit bigger. Give me a second. As you can see, I got a Ryzen 6900 XT. The CPU is my Ryzen 7 5800. My memory is 32 gigs. I got like 3 discs in there. And yeah, you could do all of that from the computer. But guess what? You recorded all of this off your cell phone. And that is bad because you could have done all of this and make all your content off of your computer, but you don't do that. That is simple as that. Even recording from your cell phone, you could have done that, but you didn't. And to me, that's called laziness.
People have said to try to do.
Let's look at these settings real quick, okay? Sorry, let's go ahead and look at these settings real quick, okay? Display 1, fair, full screen fair, screen resolution 2560 by 1440, 16 by 9 at, let me see if I can clear that up real quick, because it looked good on my side, but
RTX 3080 Ti, so
Now, some people have said to try.
why are you playing this at 59.95 hertz? I mean, why is your monitor is running at that? Is it like a 1440p monitor? Hey, SendouQ here again, and I hate to do this interruption, but I just realized in that part he had an auto benchmark button where he could just hit it and look at what his performance is. So Quantum TV, you have an auto benchmark button that you could have just tested out and see what was the frame rate and stuff like that, and you could have just tried to fix that problem right there. That's all I gotta say. Gotta do more research, my guy. So you're playing at 60 frames a second. VSync on. I don't really care about VSync. The dynamic resolution off. Frame skip is on. I really don't care about that. Game settings present is custom. Why is this not on medium? You're playing a fighting game. Graphics is not a concern when you're playing a fighting game. Very high text quality. Okay. Double A mode, FXAA. I don't know about that. Filtering 16, fine. Bloom. If you're playing a fighting game, you don't care about bloom. And why in the world are you playing with motion blur? Motion blur is only like for racing games and for games that's running at like 30 or less frames a second. Why do you have motion blur on? Majority of the PC players play with motion blur off. I hate motion blur. It doesn't make the game look nice. And if you don't believe me, let me search it up for you real quick. Okay, so I type in why motion blur in the game. Why is motion blur in games? Motion blur can be one of the most important effects to add to game, especially racing games, because it increases realism and sense of speed. Motion blur also helps smooth out a game appearance, especially for games that render at 30 frames per second or less. So if your PC is strong enough, like yours, and I forgot. Your CPU is also bottlenecking your GPU. I forgot about that. I do apologize. So motion blur for 30 frames or less is fine. But console use motion blur. And you got yourself a powerful GPU. Honestly, telling you the truth, why do you need motion blur? In fighting games, no. Most games that you need, except for racing games, don't need motion blur. It's not. It might be different for a TV, but even if I own a TV, I am not putting on motion blur. If motion blur is on there, I'm turning it off. So, like I said, the reason why all this stuff could happen is, number one, and you having like less frames, is number one, the settings. Number two, you might have a whole bunch of older drives. Number three, you might have to do a reset so you could get all your stuff off. Number four, it could be bottlenecking for your CPU and GPU. Number 5, I can't think of anything else. But yeah, there's obviously you have to fix it.
Try to do the auto config. So when you hit auto config, this is what happens, okay? It's the weirdest thing ever. Just look at that lag.
Again, bottlenecking, bad drivers, might be a virus, malware, bloatware. You probably don't have DLSS on. And also with AMD is super FX fidelity. You got so many possibilities that could happen that you cannot think of. And like I said, you're probably gonna have to do a reset on your whole entire computer. Drop down the custom graphics and make everything medium. There's different possibility, and plus in gaming, for fighting games, do not put on motion blur. You have to turn down the settings in that. Even with a powerful card, you don't want to run everything at super, because honestly, telling you the truth, I think you're just a console gamer that want a PC game and try to turn everything up. That's my opinion. But at the same time, it's whatever.
It's ridiculous. Like,
and plus, isn't Mortal Kombat 11 is like an old game anyways? You could have picked like a anime fighting game. You could have picked Sailor Moon fighting game. You can emulate that. There's so many games out there that you could have chose except for Mortal Kombat. Maybe that's your favorite game, but honestly, Mortal Kombat to me lost a lot of respect, in my opinion. So many games out there that could do way better.
tell me I'm not crazy, bro. It's like I'm playing on the worst graphic card ever.
No, you're playing on the great graphics card ever. You just got the worst settings on there ever, and you don't know how to clear out your system in order to play those graphics. I mean, those games with the better graphics. I got a feeling that you don't know. And you know what? This is why I think you're asking your fans and the people in your community what to do. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think any of them know what a graphics card is. I don't think any of those people know what computer can do. I think they look at a computer, they place it down on a carpet so it can be out of the way. They do work and everything, don't even think about cleaning out their system, and then they say, oh, I got to update in like 2 years. No. A lot of people that watch your videos because you're a review on on TVs, quote unquote, is for people who don't know anything about technology, and they look at you and they say, okay, that's awesome. And I hate to say it, but they're just dumb. Not saying that in a disrespectful way. They just not technically intelligent enough to do it themselves. Conversation I had with an older woman, and I try to tell them like, hey, you should know this, that, and that about computers. And all she said is, well, you know, people my age and other people don't want to go into computers, which is kind of sad because in order to get knowledge, you have to know how to work on something in order to increase your knowledge of that device. I don't know nothing about Apple, but I need to pick me up an Apple device in order how to use it because I don't know anything about Apple. I don't know what they could do. I still don't like Apple because they're anti-consumerism. Same thing with Samsung. I don't own a Samsung device. But I have to know what Apple devices does if I want to attempt to fix it. Like, people don't know about PCs. They come to me and I tell them like what you should know, what you need a PC for, and all that stuff, so I don't have to tell them that you're overspending on certain parts. So when you do ask for help and you got someone that knows stuff about PC, like, oh no, it's Alex, Gara, Fertanga, Zombie Fan, Kim Josh-un, all these people that know a little bit more than what you know. You saying that we're making fun of you, we're bullying you and everything, but we're telling you our opinion, even though you go out and bully other people. And then then you say you want help in this situation. Well, I'm here helping you out in that situation, and I got a feeling you're gonna turn this video back around and send me a false flag DMCA. And trust me, if you send me one, I'm gonna have a field day. And trust me, you do not want to send me one. But yes, there's so many possibilities that you have that's in your computer that could slow this game down.
And there it is, the 3080 Ti. Honestly, I think this is like a big giant commercial as to why you don't buy these expensive things, because when you do, I mean, just look at the performance. And now look at it, it's glitching out.
That don't have to do with the graphics card. That glitch is a software problem. And you know what? You probably have older drivers on there. And you need to delete those older drivers in order to do the new drivers. It's funny because you didn't go to J2Sense, you didn't go to Bitwit, you didn't go to Linus Tech Tips, you didn't go to like any other tech YouTubers. You probably saw the review like you did with Elden Ring. Going to be honest with you. You saw a review on the graphics card. You say, great reviews, and you plug it in, and you don't know nothing about that technology. It's like with the Elden Ring review, which I hate to bring it up because it's so old, is you saw the review on that game, you pick it up, you was upset. Well, I got a feeling that you did the same exact thing with the graphics card. Great review, pick it up, put it in your system, and you thought it was a plug-and-play situation, which is not. It's not a plug-and-play situation. You have to delete older drivers. You probably have to delete malware. You have to take the extra step in order to make sure the system works. You know, and then your CPU might be bottlenecking the performance as well. There's so many possibilities that you don't care, or maybe you're too lazy to look it up yourself. You have to take steps, and it seems like you didn't.
Literally in like multiple layers, all glitched out like this.
And you could have used your computer to record this off of Streamlab or OBS.
This is the only game I see this on, but like this is crazy crap to me. So if you've run into this and you know how to fix this or what in the actual hell is going on, please help me out because I have no idea what I'm doing here.
We are trying to help you out. And that's one honest thing you're telling us. You don't know what you're doing over here. We're trying to help you out. And if you're going to flag this video while watching the whole thing for false flagging, I'm going to have a field day.
Thanks. And as always, I appreciate you for being a part of the #1 brand in honesty. Till the next video. See you guys.
Dude, the only honest thing you said is you don't know what you're doing. That's the only thing that you said that it was honest. Make myself bigger real quick. All right, I've been recording for like coming close to 27 minutes. So I'm going to say this right here, Quantum. All right? There's so many possibilities that you could have went on Google to search it up. I'm telling you right now, there's so many possibilities. I just gave you a couple. If you sit here and listen to a single word that I'm saying. And I will tell you this. All the stuff you're doing right now with the recording, stop it. Get yourself a better camera and put it onto your computer and start making content off of there. If you don't know what you're doing, look up everything on YouTube. It's free. Look at all this stuff and do the research. I gave you possibilities, but I got a feeling you're going to flag this whole entire video down because I'm using 100% of your recording. Well, guess what? Part of fair use, I'm doing a criticism, I'm doing a critique, and I'm doing a review on this video. And your video is 1 minute 27 seconds. While this video, I went past the 28 mark. I'm going to edit, it's going to be like 20 minutes. If you know math, I just use 90%. Your video is only like 10% of this video. But at the same time, you're not going to do that. You will not do that. You're going to flag this video down, even though all the people you think that is bad and criticize you, and you went on a tirade. You don't want to listen to what we want to say because you think you're correct. Well, I can say this. You could take this video and take it any way you want. Or, and I'm going to say, or, take this video and learn how to do this. Learn what you have to do. Take the time to do it, because everything is not plug and play anymore. Going to be honest with you, you're a console player that's trying to hop on PC because of the hype. And you need to stop looking at numbers and start doing research. My name's SendouQ. I hope everybody have a great day. And remember, everybody's human. I'll see y'all later.